Coach, on the eastern edge of the D.C. metro area in Landover, Maryland. That's where we are situated at FedEx Field. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Seattle Seahawks and the Washington Redskins. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down. At about the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Play. 380. 56. And watch. Got it.
On first down, Curtis. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
56. Watch the twist, watch the twist. Out. 14. Left. 56.
Now it's Wilson. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25.
Right there, 54. He's scared. Slam. Check.
A first carry for Trenton Cannon. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. On 2nd and 12, Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. On 3rd down, Wilson. Over the middle, complete. That's Curtis. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 40. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down.
19.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 28. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. He's going through a rough patch throwing the football. 4 interceptions in that loss last week. Opening drive starts the game with a pick here.
But we did spend time with the head coach and the offensive coordinator and asked them, what did you see on tape? What did you see on film? And they talked about mechanics, making sure that he gets his feet up.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Jadeveon Clowney, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Now Haskins. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And now time will be called here as we've got an injured Redskin down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Hey, we got 3 down, 3 down. He's coming. We got double up.
The former Purdue Boilermaker, Raheem Mostert. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
So on 4th down, the Redskins will call on Tress Way to punt it away. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. He'll field this at the 5. A great return there of 22 yards. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to. We still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
14, got it. 56, Mike, 56, right there, 56.
From the gun, it's Wilson. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Back to Cannon again on 1st down. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. On 2nd down, it's Cannon trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
56. 56. Let him know.
On 3rd down, Wilson. His throw caught right around the 6. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Mike 54.
In your face.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Myers connects on the PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
The Redskins take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion, guys a little bit jumpy.
But you do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3
and out. And now
out.
they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here.
Check hot route. Hot. Check.
On 2nd and 9, Haskins. He finds Corey Davis. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a first down for the Redskins on a pickup of 11.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Bobby Wagner, the former second-rounder out of Utah State, with a sack. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. On 2nd down, this is Jackson. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Haskins. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. Here's Tressway now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
17-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Here we go. Hey, one set. Mike, 54.
Now Wilson. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. There he goes, right side. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. A big play there. His third touchdown now on the year. Yeah, the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. Uncorks one for Davis. And this will be caught at the 30. And he'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
You bet me, Wilson. Don't be scared of it.
On first down, it's Haskins. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. It was Trey Flowers that time who got a hand in and broke it up.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Mostert. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
It's 3rd and 10.
And the Seahawks add a couple of extra DBs going with the dime look here.
Indeed, 6 on the field. From the gun, Haskins on 3rd down. This is caught. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try the ground game with Jackson. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd and goal, Haskins to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. The Redskins on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and goal. On 3rd and goal, Haskins. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. And Hopkins' kick is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
At the 27-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Look for signal. 56. Mike. Right there. 56.
They go play action now. Wilson. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
The name of the game is always on defense, put pressure on the quarterback. And that's exactly what they've done today. It looks like they've got him a little bit rattled. That would have been the 2nd interception in the first half.
Hey, alert. 19. 56. Hump up. Mike's 56. Mike's 56.
They go play action with Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. They'll begin the drive with Jackson on the ground. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's go, defense. Let's go.
From the 38, Haskins. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well. They'll get a few stops.
You got tight right there. Check 9. Check the backer. Watch the ship.
They run on 1st down with Jackson. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Oh, you got deep? Go. 54, right there. 54, Mike. I'm trying to collect. Mike's back.
From the 22, Haskins. He'll get this to his running back. It's Justin Jackson. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Here we go, D. Here I come again.
From the red zone now, Haskins on 1st down. And this is taken in for a Redskins touchdown. Josh Gordon, his 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys are back within a single score. Hopkins with the extra point, and that makes it a 14-10 ball game.
14, Redskins 10.
The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. That'll be taken in the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Watch the curl. Watch the curl.
Now Wilson to throw again. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Double count.
To throw is Wilson. To throw on 3rd down. The rushing numbers for Wilson may be down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the 1st down.
And the Seahawks, 1st down.
You must be dreaming. Alert, 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 alert. 56. Mike, 56. Right there, right there. 56. 56 to Mike. 56 is to Mike. Push him back. All go special. All go special. 56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check. 56. I got him. Mike.
Now Wilson on 1st down. Steps away to his left. He's going to take off with it. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first.
Gain of 15. 1st down, Seahawks.
Touch 50, touch 50. 56. Mike, 56, right there, right there. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. 56 to Mike. 56 is to Mike.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
It's 2nd down and 10.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Alert, 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 alert. He's not going to get 54 is Mike, 54 is Mike. Check, check, watch 54, watch 54. Hey, here we go. Mike's 50. 12. Mike's 54.
Wilson throwing again. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Curtis. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. It's a gain of 15, 1st down Seahawks. So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. This from 44 yards out, left hash. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, But overall, I think they wanted to be positive with him. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Haskins on 1st down. Flush to his right. He'll try and run it. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run.
Washington Redskins, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Man, I got you. Fofo's a Mike. Mike's Fofo. Stop your whining. 44, Mike.
Haskins looking to throw on 1st down. They will find Davis. That's complete. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. It's a 1st down for the Redskins on a pickup of 11.
Redskins, 1st down.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10, right at the 40. They run with Jackson out of the gun. Now the ball comes loose, and the Seahawks have recovered.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Montez Sweat, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Now it's Wilson, and an alley to run. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. 1st down, 18-yard gain.
The sack on 1st down took him out of a traditional running play and put him in a passing situation, but didn't stop him from running anyway, did it?
No, I was surprised when he took off. I thought, oh, he's got some space. He might pick up 5, 6, 7 yards. He goes all the way and picks up the 1st. Throwing is Wilson, escaping the pressure right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Montez Sweat in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Throwing on 2nd down, Wilson. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That'll pick up the 1st down for Seattle on a gain of 18. Wilson now 8 of 15 through the air, but it's 1st and 10 here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 1st down Seattle on a pickup of 13.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. They'll run on 1st down with Cannon. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Myers' kick is good. And they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now it's Haskins. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. A little too much air under that one. That could have easily been 6 points.
Yeah, what kind of speed he has is almost impossible, we think, to actually overthrow him. But he did exactly that. I think he probably tried to get it out there maybe just a little bit too quickly.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
Mike 22, he's coming. 22's coming. Mike.
Stay with your man.
Mike's 22. Mike's 22.
Pick it up.
To throw on 3rd down. Haskins. And that will be incomplete.
And we're into the 2nd half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Washington. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And well done here. That one will kick out of bounds at about the 8-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
All day, dog.
They'll start on the ground with Cannon. And a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Wilson. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Reuben Foster, the former national champion at Alabama, gets in for the sack.
3rd and 15.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
12.
56. Mike 56.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. That'll pick up the 1st down for Seattle on a gain of 18.
1st down, Seattle.
Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20. They'll run it now out of the gun. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk 1st.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Curtis. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Play action. Now Wilson going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf, and it's 3rd and short.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against him offensively. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Trenton Cannon hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told, as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Throwing now, Haskins on 1st down. And this is caught off the deflection. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
44 is Mike. 44 is Mike. Check.
Here's Haskins to throw. Looking deep downfield. And this is caught inside the 5. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Corey Davis with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Redskins are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point good by Hopkins. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
11 yards there and a 1st down for Seattle. A much better effort we're seeing from him under center this week versus last week when he threw 4 picks.
He has thrown the 1 in this game, but you're right. When you cut it down from 4 the previous week, and we always talk about adjustments, well, he made some in practice. and he continues to work on it during the game. I'm sure he's getting plenty of reminders about how to stay in the moment, stay focused on the task.
And he's got him in the driver's seat here in the fourth quarter. On first down, Wilson. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Come on. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check.
Throwing again. Wilson flushed out right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Montez Sweat. What a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. Wilson and the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here.
Good job right there. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field.
Here's Wilson. From the gun, he'll throw. Forced out to his left. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks.
Heavy on the edges. Good.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. On second down, this is Cannon. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Under 4 to play now. Clock running, 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And that is incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Washington offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
High throw, but he makes the catch. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Brings up 2nd and 2. The 20-yard line.
Right there. 54.
There's Mostert. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. The Redskins on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And the Seahawks have picked it up. So they will set up shop. Excellent field position in the red zone at the 19-yard line. They'll run on first down. Cannon. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Check, Mike. Go, 14. 25.
Wilson now, operating from the gun. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Seahawks capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
The Redskins take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
You always hear about empty possessions. Some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense. But when you turn it over, it changes momentum. And when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a man open down the middle of the field. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
That's good for Washington Redskins. First down.
Ready?
First and 10.
On first and 10, it's Haskins. Completes it to Davis. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. The penalty moves him into the red zone here on first and 10.
Hey, pick it up, defense.
From the gun, it's Haskins. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
Hey, you don't want to see me. You don't want me.
Sponge.
This is Mostert. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 11 yards there, first down. Here's Haskins out of the gun. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Another shot from the 9 on second and goal.
Watch the out.
Second down, Haskins. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. Corey Davis, the intended receiver, but now it's third and goal.
It's now third down and 9 yards to go.
Two incompletions haven't moved him any closer, and likely throwing again, you'd have to think on third and goal here.
Check. Lucky.
Now Mostert. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. And now time will be called here as we've got an injured Redskin down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Now, field goal does you no good, so they're going to stay out there and go for it on fourth. They'll try and throw for it with Haskins. And they're going to get to him, a sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line. Jadeveon Clowney, and the Seahawks able to come up with a goal line stand. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6.
3-yard pickup. And it's third down.
Ready? Mike 54. Let's go.
So the victory here for Seattle. And this not always an easy proposition, Charles. You had a